Hey everyone, welcome back. I know I'm like the absolute worst YouTuber in the history of the free world. I have just been tie-dyeing. I didn't tie-dye this, but I've been tie-dyeing and just being with my kids, trying to wrap up their school year and, you know, quarantining my little life away. But hopefully you guys are having a good week. I have some favorites that I've been loving. I've been doing a minimal, sort of like the look that I'm wearing right now. It's just been my very easy, basic, go-to minimal makeup look. I'm just going to show you the products that I've been loving. A few of them I've talked about before, but I'm just honestly going to tell you the things that I've been loving. First of all, I know I constantly get asked about tie-dye stuff. I've done tie-dye tutorials on YouTube, so I have a full YouTube video. I did another tie-dye tutorial using multiple different colors, tie-dye scrunch method, on my Instagram, which is Mrslolalynn Mitchell. I'd love for you guys to follow me there, but I do have that in my highlights, so if you're interested. This particular tie-dye is a men's Target t-shirt, so 10 bucks. I think I got mine on sale for $8. This is a small, so it fits, like, you know, it's a men's small, so I mean, it just, you can cut it or crop it if it, like, it's, I don't know, like, how to show how long it is, but I mean, there you go. It's quite long. It's long enough, but I mean, that's just like for sizing reference. Right now in a women's, I'm usually like a medium, so this is sizing down. So I would size down for your size for the men's shirts. But anyways, this is what the shirt is. They have a few different colors and $8 to $10. So anyways, check Target. All right, let's get into some of my favorites. So I want to talk about these new products because I love them, or these are new to me. These are from Kaja, and oh my goodness. So I saw my friend Shelby from Shelby Mercedes. She posted about these and I was like, okay, I absolutely have to try them. She showed her wearing them and she was wearing this one in rose water. These are the Beauty Bentos. I have a hair tie on my hand. I'm gonna switch that wrist. These are the Beauty Bentos and they come with 3 shimmering eyeshadows. Now, they do have matte versions, but I got the shimmering versions, so it's 3. This one in Rosewater has these 3 right here, and I'm gonna swatch these for you. They're just absolutely beautiful shades, so they're super shimmery and really, really just add like a nice touch to your lid. Very easy to just throw a color in the crease and then tap these on the lid. They just add something extra. I really like the formula. I love these a lot. This is the one I'm wearing on my lid right now. From this one, this is the Orange Blossom Bento. And I have this color right here on my lid, which is like this really pretty bronze shade. I first talked about these on my Instagram, and this was the shade I had all over my lid, and it's just this gorgeous orangey rose gold shade. And then the top one is a really pretty, almost like peachy shade. So let me just swatch these on my hand for you to see them. They're just gorgeous, and especially in like, oh, that middle shade is so pretty. But even the bronze shade, so I just have that all over my lid, just kind of tapped it in. And then I can't say enough about these. I really love them. They have a ton of different colors. I highly recommend them because I just think that they are just really, really easy, quick, user-friendly. So been loving these from Kaja. I don't know if I'm saying that right. I bought them at Sephora. Then I am using, just for my liner, instead of doing like winged liner, I do want definition at my lash line. So Laura Mercier sent this, and as part of like a PR package of like her favorites. And this is the Black Ebony Tightline Cake Liner. So I've just been using this like with a really stiff brush that they sent from Laura Mercier, and just getting at my lash line and just kind of wiggling it in between my lashes to have a little definition at my lash line. Obviously you can use it for what it's intended for, as a tight liner, but I've just been loving it just right at my lash line. And really, my legs are like, I'm wearing shorts, so they're like sticking to the chair. But I've really just been liking this. Like I said, it's just a really, I would say it's like a thick eyeshadow, but it does have almost like a little bit more of a thicker consistency, not necessarily as powdery, almost like cakey, but I can't describe the texture, but it's not a typical eyeshadow, but it's super dark black and it just really stays on my lashes. So I've been loving this. For my foundation, I've really been going between these two. Now they're not the most coverage. I go in with a sunscreen, which I'll show in a minute. I'll talk about that in a minute because it is one of my favorites. And then I will sometimes use this Tarteguard 20. This is just a tinted moisturizer that has broad spectrum SPF in it. This is in the shade light to medium. It just really is almost like this. I mean, it really doesn't have very much coverage, but it's more like it's really truly a tinted moisturizer. It does have some coverage, but I mean, if you're looking for a ton of coverage, I'm really just using this to even out my skin tone. A lot of times I'll put on sunscreen, I'll do my walks, and then I'll kind of put this on because I'm in and outside all day long. It's been nice here in Texas, or I'm just outside with the kids. So I do, even if I have foundation on, I do still want some coverage, but also that extra protection of sunscreen. So also I go between that and this from Covergirl. This is the Clean Fresh Skin Makeup. This gives a very dewy finish. This is in medium, and this has coconut milk and aloe extract. I just love the way that this looks on the skin, and it says it blurs imperfections, evens out skin tone, sheer buildable coverage. It really is a sheer coverage, but again, it's one of those that I just really like. So this one is just a little bit darker for like to match. I just have a little bit of a natural tan going on right now, but it blends right in, and again, it's one of those that just evens out your skin tone. So really love these two for my foundations. And then I really have been loving just having glowing skin. So I've talked about this before, but I've still been using this iconic London illuminator. So I'll put a little bit of this on first, and it's just, I mean, it's just the most beautiful. You can mix it into a foundation. You can use it, I just use it with the beauty blender. So I just rub it in, tap the beauty blender, and then tap it on my skin. It just gives your skin the most beautiful glow. I love that as a highlighter. When I want to kick it up a few notches, I've been adding this from OFRA. This is the Madison Miller Collab highlighter in Sea Shimmer. I honestly cannot get enough of this. I use this on my inner corners, my brow bone. I use it on my cheekbones to top the highlighter. I just love this. It's just a beautiful, you can use it as an eyeshadow, but it has like this really nice pinky hue to it. But OFRA highlighters are so smooth. They're just so, I mean, so pigmented and smooth. They don't have glitter in them. They're just true shimmer. So you could use this again, like I said, as I do as an eyeshadow. You can use it on the lid even. Highlighter, brow bone, everything. It's so beautiful. And so I use that to top and get a real pretty glow because I just like bronzed and glowing skin. For the bronzer I've been using is from Nars. This is the new, I believe this is probably a new formula. This is the Samoa, and it's in matte. So they just came out with a bunch of new bronzers, and they sent me a bunch to try, so thank you so much to Nars. I've been loving this one. It is a lot darker, but I've just been buffing that into the skin and then also using this as an eyeshadow. So what I'll do is I'll just buff that into the skin, then I'll take a fluffy brush and put it through my crease, and then that's like my eyeshadow base, and then I go in with these from Kaja just to kind of, you know, add that shimmer, and then I'm tight lining with this. So that's really been like my look. And then I just go in with any of my blushes. I've really been liking the cream sort of formula blushes from MAC that they came out with in that new collection. They've had so many beautiful colors. I don't know if you can still get those, but if you can, they have some gorgeous like coral shades that I've been using. I'll link them just in case if they still have them on the website, but those are excellent. The sunscreen that I've been loving is from Supergoop. I got this as a perk from when I was ordering from Sephora. This is the Unseen Sunscreen SPF 40. I really like it because it's sweat and water resistant. I use this when I go on my walks, and I just like the way that it lays on my face. It is clear sunscreen, so it goes on clear, almost like a pore filling gel is what it feels like when you're putting it on. So I really like the consistency of this, and I feel like it pairs really well under makeup. So it's a great sunscreen to use under your makeup, and it really is a nice one that is unseen. So anyways, it has broad spectrum sunscreen SPF 40 PA+++. So anyways, okay, last thing up is from Scentbird, and they had sent me this to try. I know I've talked about it in a previous video, but I just have really been loving it, and I wanted to share it again with you guys. If you're looking for a great natural deodorant, I've also loved other deodorants like Native and stuff in the past, but I really like this. It's aluminum, baking soda, paraben, and sulfate free. I love this shade in Wild Peony. It just smells so good and so fresh. I like the consistency of this deodorant. I know that's a weird thing, but it doesn't get like sticky under my armpits, but it's also not like too like white and like tough. So I feel like it goes on clear. It's nice. It smells really, really good. It doesn't irritate my armpits, and I just really have liked it. I like the scent that it gives off. It's just really nice at absorbing odor. And so yeah, I don't sweat a ton, so I can't necessarily say that it's like great at sweat proof, but it is a nice one that sort of releases a nice odor if your armpits are just warming up and you don't want them to stink. So that's kind of what I use it for. That's what I use most deodorants for. That's just me personally, because I just don't sweat very much. So anyways, at least under my armpits. I just don't sweat very much under my armpits. I never have. So, but those have been my favorites. Hopefully you guys are having a really great week. Let me know some of your favorites down below. I'm curious at what products you are really finding that you're using when your circumstances have changed. Do you know what I mean? Like when you're not necessarily going out as much anymore, you're not maybe putting on as much makeup. What maybe like skincare products or, you know, products like deodorants or stuff like that have you found that you wear or that have become your favorites in these type of times? Because sometimes I'm like, what products am I reaching for right now really tells a lot about maybe how great that product is, that I'm still in picking it up to use it when it's like I don't necessarily have tons of places to go. I'm not really going anywhere, but I do like to have a little bit of something on every day, and whether I'm like on Instagram or just around my family, outside, you know, talking to neighbors and stuff like that, I do like to have something on. So sometimes it just feels nice, and you know, times like this, you know, people are like, why is anyone wearing makeup? And it's like, because it makes us feel good, and right now we're searching to feel good, you know? So anyways, hopefully you guys are all, you know, having fun trying out different products, and you found some really good favorites. Like I said, share them down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will leave everything linked down below that I talked about, and I'll see you all in the next video. Mwah.